Okay, boys, you need to be a playboy if you want a good relationship. It is absolutely essential. And let me take you back to 19-year-old Seb. 19-year-old Seb had spoken to about 10 new girls in his whole life. So girls he didn't know from school or whatever. That is how many girls I spoke to when I was 19. So when I met a girl who was attractive and gave me attention and liked me for the first time, I thought she was amazing when she wasn't, and she was actually kind of a hoe, and she broke my heart. Now let's go to 22-year-old Seb, which is how old I am now, almost 23, and you can see here, he's got a six-pack, muscles, girls, tits, and I've spoken to thousands of girls now, had tons of success, tons of rejections, and now I have a really deep understanding of girls, so I'm able to have a good relationship because I've been a playboy, and I'm going to break it down in an analogy in just a second that's going to really allow you to understand this at a deeper level. Okay, boys, so if I asked you to find me the best apple in the world, and you go to an apple tree, and you grab one apple off of it, and you say, okay, this sounds pretty good, I like it, it tastes good, I think it's okay, and you bring me this apple, is it going to be the best apple in the world? Probably not, because you don't know shit about apples. Now, if you go to this tree, and you try every single apple, and you say, okay, well, this one's a little sweet, this one's bitter, this one's sour, this one's kind of moldy, this one's old, this one's new, this one's too small, this one's too big. You're going to be able to bring me a really good apple because you tried so many. Now, let's bring this over to dating. When you only talk to a few girls and you only sleep with a couple of them, you don't really know shit about dating. See, when I was 19, I think I'd been with about 2 girls in my life before I met that girl who I dated, who was kind of a hoe. So when I found her, I thought she was the greatest girl in the world. It was that one apple mindset. And I was like, oh my God, she's attractive. She likes me. Oh my God, this is the best thing ever. But after this relationship, I realized that this mindset was flawed and that I needed to play the field. I needed to gain a deep understanding of female nature, female psychology, of communication, of a bunch of different things that's going to allow me to be good at the skill of dating, which is why now I have genuinely spoken to thousands of girls. I mean, I like to go out and party and go to nightclubs, and when I'm there, I will talk to sometimes 10, 20, 30, 50 girls in a night, depending on the night. Sometimes you meet a girl off the bat and it's only one and you end up taking her home. But sometimes you talk to a lot of people, and you can imagine how this compounds over 3 years. And I haven't just been at the bars. For everyone who says, oh, do you just go to bars? Do you just drink and get girls? No, I've been at the beach, completely sober. I've done cold approaches in many different areas in all walks of life, at the gym, a lot of places that's allowed me to understand girls at a very deep level. And this is that abundance mindset of understanding that you need to have a lot of experience with girls if you want to be able to get a good one in the future. Now, you learn to read girls very, very well. And before we get into all of this, I just want to tell you that I have Playboy secrets that I cannot share on YouTube because they'll get me banned. So if you want those, I'm going to link those down below. It's the first link in the description below. So let's get into this. Why are you going to learn to read girls, and why is this even important in the first place? See, at 19, all I saw was an attractive girl who liked me. That was it. That's all I could see. I couldn't see any red flags. All the green flag I saw was, oh, an attractive girl likes me. This is the greatest thing to ever happen to me. That's it. Now, I see past the beauty and pick up on every belief, value, and opinion of hers, and I know who she is as a person extremely quickly. I can just see into her as a person and know everything about her within 15, 20 minutes of being on a date or just meeting someone new. I know everything I need to know about this girl as a person and who she is. And so you're going to also learn to recognize patterns of behavior, verbal and nonverbal communication. You're going to start picking up on these things. So you're going to say, okay, girls say this and it leads to this, or girls start to act this way and it's a bad thing, right? But you're not going to know these things unless you're out there talking to tons of girls, trying to pursue them sexually, which is a really important aspect because girls wear different masks. The mask that a girl wears when you interact with her in normal life as a coworker is completely different from the face that she is and how she acts when you're pursuing her sexually. So you're learning all these behaviors of girls who you're trying to sexually pursue, and it's a completely different game and communicative style than just interacting with girls in normal life. And lastly is you're getting tons of feedback, which is so essential because as a girl, you can say all the wrong things and a guy will still sleep with you at the end of the night. But as a guy, if you say all the wrong things, this conversation isn't going to last very long. So you're getting tons of feedback. Do you know how many times I've been so close, or I had something that started well but it went bad, or the amount of times I can't even explain how many times I've messed up. But the reason why I'm very good at communicating now and I can get girls and everything is smooth is because I've gone through the bullshit so many times, which is feedback, and that's where you learn. You're only going to learn a lesson until it's learned the hard way, and the only way you're going to do that is by going out there and making some mistakes, talking to a lot of girls and trying to sleep with them. You will know when you meet a wife quality girl if you're a playboy. You're not going to have this level of intuition, like I explained on the last slide, if you haven't been here. So I'm going to tell you about a date I went on in Norway right before I left. So there was this girl I added on Tinder, and we had been talking to each other for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I was just given like small little conversations here and there, starting them up so I could build trust, and eventually by the end of my stay, I was there for a month, I finally was able to get her on a date. She was the most attractive girl I was probably interacting with the whole time there, and I got her on a date, and it was the best date I've genuinely been on in my life. We instantly just started vibing at such a great level. She was so intelligent, so smart. I picked up on all her beliefs, values, and opinions and could tell that she was a wife quality girl. She's not someone you sleep around with. She's the good girl that you want to actually pursue for a relationship. Now, unfortunately, I left a couple days later, so there was nothing I could really do there in terms of pursuing that, but I was able to pick up on it. And see, I have not been with that many wife quality girls. I've not met that many in all of my experience. And this is not, I'm going to say like, oh, it's just because you're in the clubs. First of all, in Scandinavia, everyone goes to the clubs. Every single girl who is around this age at 20 goes to the clubs. There's no one you're going to meet that doesn't go to the clubs. So in a lot of areas around the world, single girls are going to the clubs either way, whether they're wife quality or not. And I have met wife quality girls at the club. I've also met hoes at the beach, at the gym. So it's universal, right? So you can meet wife quality girls anywhere, but I would confidently state about maybe 4 or 5 girls that I've been with have been genuine wife quality. And it's just night and day. You can just see how they behave, how they act. There's such little things that comes to mind when I'm saying this that you kind of just know which girl is of wife quality. You're only going to really learn this unless you're out there playing the field and getting some experience. See, and now you're going to learn your red and green flags through experience. And this is so important because I can sit here and tell you, oh, this is a green flag, this is a red flag. But until you're out there experiencing it in real life, it's not going to resonate the same way. And here's the one last important thing that I really need you to understand is that playboys aren't desperate for sex. They're having sex. If you're a playboy and you're doing it the right way, you're out there sleeping with a lot of girls. You have abundance of sex. So you don't jump into a relationship for no reason. Like when I was younger at 19, I wasn't having sex. I was on maybe a 1-year dry streak. Pretty much, yeah. And I met this girl who was so attractive and it was like I was getting all overwhelmed. But now I'm having sex on a very consistent basis. So if I meet a girl who is not that great in terms of a wife quality, I'm not like trying to jump into a relationship with her. I'll have fun with her. You can have sex, you can get experience, but I'm not going to be like, oh, this is a girl that I'm going to pursue for a relationship. The girl in Norway, if I was living in Norway right now and I was staying there longer term, 100% I would be trying to pursue a relationship with her because she is that type of girl. She's a very high quality girl. But a lot of the other girls who I slept with who I know aren't wife quality, I'm not going to pursue them for a relationship. It's just a valuable learning experience that allows me to actually identify the girls who are of good quality. This is what you need to understand is that if you want to be good at dating and you want to find a good girl, you need to understand that dating is a skill. It's a skill like anything else in life. Just like how the gym, you don't come in the first day and have all the muscle. No, you got to progressively overload. It takes time. You got to be in the gym learning, executing, trying, failing, improving, and eventually you get the body you want. But it's the same thing with dating. It's not just like you can watch some YouTube videos, not go out into the real world and have experience and expect to be good at it. It's just not how it works. You have to be out there talking to a lot of girls, going on a lot of dates, sleeping with a bunch of them, and this is going to lead you to the end result that you want. It's that simple. And boys, once again, I have given you some of my Playboy secrets here, but if you want the true secrets that I cannot reveal on YouTube, that's going to be the first link in the description below, and you can grab those right now.